I'm back. What's up, baby? How you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? That's all I want to know, man. Listen, guys, it is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good, guys. You know who it is. Come on, it's the one and only California Kid. What's up? How y'all feeling out there? What's up, guys? How you feeling out there? Guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 9:15 on the west side. It's about 12:15 on the east side. And it's about 11:15 on the central side. And only God knows what time it is across the globe. Good morning, good morning. Wake up, guys. Wake it up. I know some of y'all already at lunchtime. Some of y'all on your coffee break. And some of y'all waiting for the love to come through. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? What's happening, guys? How y'all feeling out there? Listen, guys, you know me. You can always find me in the car, moving and grooving. That's what I do. Always on the move. What's up, Andrea? What's up, Grace? What's up, Gracie? What's up, Michael? Hey, Vita. What's happening? Hey, well, listen, guys. It's Wednesday morning. We back at you with another one, very similar to the other one. Listen, guys, real quickly, wanted to come on and kind of really, change is something that's talk to you guys a little bit about change. Change is something that is hard for a lot of people. For whatever reason, change is something that's really hard for a lot of people. I mean, come on, we all get it. We like our food the way we like it. I like my favorite restaurants. I've got, for example, for me, I love white cars. I like, white shirts. Listen, we all got our routines. We all have our patterns. We all have the things that we like, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all, have our own cultures and our own, belief systems or whatever. But I want to talk to you for those of you that really want to be successful in life. For those that really want to achieve great things in your life. Whatever that is. They say the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. The progressive realization of a worthy idea. And really what that really means, guys, is that as long as you are making progress towards something that you feel is a worthy idea, then you're successful. Okay, so I don't want you to measure your success based upon how much money you have or don't have, but rather measure your success by the statement, are you making progress? That's what I want to talk to you about this morning, And you know me, I always love to talk from the heart. I always love to keep it real, baby. I don't want nothing fake around me. Get that fake stuff off me. Get it off me. I just want that real stuff. I want that real stuff. So I'm sorry. I'm not one of these guys that's going to come on here and, one of these Facebook clowns, going to tell you about what I read in the book, what I heard on the TV screen. No. The kid right here, I'm going to tell you about what I know. I'm going to tell you about what I've experienced personally. I'm going to keep it 100% real. So this morning, we're talking about, there's a great book that I have read, just so you know. You know me, I haven't read a lot of books. Don't you dare judge me. Don't judge me now. I scan. I'm a good scanner. That's what I do, baby. I scan chapters. But this book I actually did read. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? Ooh, don't you like that title? Who Moved My Cheese? Now, I'm going to need all my slow people. I need you to stay connected with me this morning, okay? Stay connected. When I say the word who moved my cheese, we're not talking about Velveeta, okay? We're not talking about Velveeta. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about cheese is a metaphor in relation to money, okay? You with me? You there? You connected? All right, good. So what we talking about? We talking about the name of the book is called Who Moved My Cheese. Now I want you to listen carefully to me, okay? Here's how it all began for me. Now remember, stay with me. The focus of this Facebook Live, we're talking about change. Ooh, you got to hear this. This is going to be good this morning. It's going to be real good, okay? Listen, so I dropped out of college. I don't come from money. No one in my family has ever become a millionaire. No one, okay? Except me. Now, it was never my goal. It was never my dream, ever. I'm telling you the whole truth. It was never my goal nor my dream to become a millionaire. Never. Why? Because I didn't come for that. So if you're taking notes on what we're talking about, I want you to write this down. Environment is extremely important. I'm going to train on that at a later date, okay? But environment, the reason why I didn't believe becoming a millionaire was possible because it wasn't something that I was around. I grew up in East Oakland. My mom and dad still married, fortunately, and wonderful parents. Love my parents to death, okay? But I struggled with school. For whatever reason, I went to Catholic school and I struggled. School did not come easy for me. I don't know what it was. Maybe I had ADD or maybe I was just flat out BAD. I don't know. But school did not come easy for me. Okay. So I graduated with high school, 2.4, 2.5 GPA. I didn't want to go to college in another state because I wanted to stay close to my parents just in case if I needed to get back home for whatever reason. And so I decided to go to Sac State University here in Sacramento. And I loved golf. I still do. I'm a basketball player and golf player. And I didn't get a scholarship to Sac State. I missed the scholarship by a few strokes. I tried to get a scholarship, but I didn't make it. And so anyway, I'm going to college. I live in an apartment now. My rent is about $600 a month. My car note was $275, okay, a month. And I'm living in an apartment by myself, having a wonderful time. I'm experiencing freedom because I grew up in a very strict household. And here I was in college, and I just couldn't stay focused. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the girls. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't stay focused. I just couldn't. For whatever reason, I just could not stay focused. And so I decided to drop out of college. And I remember, now stay with me. Here we go. I decided to drop out of college. And so I go home back to Oakland, and my mom and dad are sitting on the couch at home. And I said, Mom, Dad, I got to talk to you. And I said, listen, I've decided that I want to drop out of college. I don't want to go to college anymore. And I'll never forget, my mother bursted out into tears. She was crying. My father was sitting there on the couch, really a stoic. And my father said, okay, son, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Just know that your mother and I will not be giving you any more money at all. Okay? And I said, yes, Dad, I understand. And I looked at my parents, and I'll never forget this. I told both of my parents, I said, Mom, Dad, whatever I decide to be, I promise you I will be the best. I promise you, whatever I decide to be, I will be the best. You guys have worked very hard on me and all of my brothers to give us the best life that you could do. And I said, it's my job to take it from here. I said, if I decide to be a garbage man, I promise you I'm going to be the best garbage man there was. Whatever I decide, I'm going to be the best. And so this was the first time that I experienced change. Ooh, stay with me, boy. We're gonna take this thing frame by frame. This one here is just for you. Here we go. So here I go. I drop out of college. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I have no money. Oh my God, I had no money. Boy, walking by an ATM machine was just, it looked like Christmas just to see an ATM machine, because I didn't have any money. And I'll never forget, I saw a sign on the school campus of Sac State University that said $19. I thought it said $19 an hour. I called the number on the sign. Stop! Stop right there. Stop! This is the part I want y'all to get, all of you that's watching this. I did something different. Ooh, I did something different. I called a phone number from a little sign in the ground because I was looking for work. I did something different. Remember, who moved my cheese? Watch this. I picked up the phone and I called the phone number. Something different. Write that down. Hey, I'm talking to you. Write that down. I did something. Listen, there is a nugget in what I'm saying. You got to get this. It's not about me. Who cares about me? I want you to get the message in the story for you. I called the phone number on the sign. I go to the interview. Basically, it was Cutco knives. If you might be familiar, it was selling cutlery. It was Cutco knives, selling knives. Long story short, they hired me, all commission, no salary. I began to do really well. They taught me how to sell knives and, how to make phone calls and, go out there and do demonstrations selling knives. And I began to do really well. Okay. My attitude was always, if you can do it, I can do it. If you can say it, I can say it. If you can do it, I can do it. If you'll teach me what to do, I've got the energy inside of me to win. Why? Because if you remember, I told mama and daddy, I'm going to be successful. That's what I told them. And I meant what I said. I meant what I said. Okay? So now, I start selling knives. I'm doing pretty well. And long story short, I wasn't making a lot of money. I was making some money. It was okay. But that wasn't, that wasn't doing it for the kid. That wasn't doing it for me. Remember, the name of this post is called Who Moved My Cheese? So then, watch this now. We're getting ready to take a sharp turn here. Watch this now. So then one day, I'm sitting at a burrito shop. I'm still working with Cutco knives. And a white guy comes in dressed in a suit. And I always love to tell everybody he was a white guy. Why? Because oftentimes the blessing that you're looking for don't look like you. It don't even sound like you. Ooh, you got to catch this. Again, listen to me. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? So I see this guy walk in a burrito shop and I said, man, you are looking like $1 million. His hair was slicked back, nice glasses, nice suit, nice cufflinks, nice brown shoes. The brother was clean. He was cleaner than a board of health. He was clean. This guy was clean. I'm talking about shaved. He was clean, 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 clean. And so I said, hey man, you look sharp. I said, hey, what do you do? Oh, there's so many nuggets in this post here. I said, hey, what do you do? Stop right there. Once again, I'm doing something different. Ooh, this is so good. This is so good. Now think about this. Here it is. I compliment a guy I don't even know. And I just said to him, what do you do? But I did something different. He told me what he did. He was in mortgage and real estate. I said, hey man, do you have a card? I'd love to stay connected with you. He gave me his card. And guess what? I followed up with him. Oh, this is good. This is really good. He did not follow up with me. Hell, I didn't even have a business card. I followed up with him. See, success is not going to pursue you, baby. You have to pursue success. I followed up with him several times. I followed up with him. You know, we got together, we went to lunch. I told him I was looking for work. I said, hey man, listen, do you know of any places where I can get hired in the mortgage and real estate business? Man, I would love to give it a shot. I would love to give it a shot, man, because you're looking clean. You're sounding good. I would love to give it a shot. Long story short, he hired me as his assistant. All commissions. Watch this. It's getting good, baby. This is getting real good. I didn't know anything about mortgage. I didn't know anything about real estate. I lived in an apartment. My rent was $600. My car note was $275. I'll never forget it. Boy, those were the good old days. Anyway, he hires me as an assistant. He says, Romacio, your job is to go out there and find people that are interested in buying a home or refinancing the existing home that they have. I said, hey, well, how do I do it? Long story short, he said, you just talk to people. I said, okay, no problem. You see, I felt so good that somebody was willing to take a chance on me. I felt so fortunate, so humbled that somebody was willing to take a chance on me. I was very grateful. And guess what? Watch what happens now. Remember the name of the post, Who Moved My Cheese? Now I'm out there doing something different again. I'm out there going to, I never forget, I went to Denny's. I went to TGI Fridays. I went to every hotel where they had people in the lobby. I would go to my favorite place where the car washes. Because if I went to the car washes, you know, as you're getting your car, you're sitting down waiting on your car. And I'm striking up conversation. Here's the point of the story, guys. I'm doing something different that I would have never done. Because again, who moved my cheese? My cheese was gone. Oh, you got to catch this. My cheese was gone. I had no more cheese. And see, when you have no more cheese, who moved my cheese? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? The point I want you to get, chase the cheese. The cheese moved over here. And so long story short, here he was. This guy began to mentor me and he began to teach me about mortgage and real estate. And I appreciated the mentorship. I appreciated the connection. I appreciated the connection. I appreciated the connection. I valued it. I valued the connection. Next thing you know, I began to become successful in the mortgage and real estate business. And I began to do well and better and better. Now, obviously, the first year didn't do so well. Second year did a little bit better. Third year did a little bit better. Long story short, I began to get better and better and better and better at it, right? Now, watch this. We're getting ready to take a sharp turn. Next thing you know, I'll become a multimillionaire in the mortgage and real estate business, right? Because I got involved with the right person. Ooh. At the right time. Ooh. And I worked hard. Ooh. Right? Now, here we go again. Who moved my cheese? The phone rings. I get a phone call. I'll never forget. A friend of mine who's very successful. He had been in mortgage and real estate a lot longer than me. He made a lot more than I did. He was very successful. Multimillionaire. Calls me up and says, hey, listen, I want you to come over to my house to hear a multi-level marketing presentation. I said, oh, no, I'm not interested in such a thing. I said, besides, why would you even be interested in something like that? We're already very successful. I'll never forget, he told me, Romacio, shut up. What? He told me, shut up. You sound ignorant. You sound dumb. Get over to my house. I got somebody I want you to meet. And by the way, Romacio, when you make more money than me, you can laugh at an invitation that I give you. Until then, shut up and get over to the house. Now, obviously, he and I are good friends. So I swallowed my spit and I said, all right, I'm going to come over, but I'm not going to join. So I go over to his house, again, who moved my cheese, and I began to meet this gentleman who was calm, cool, and collected. And this gentleman, he really knew what he was talking about. And the only thing I heard was residual income and time freedom, which was leverage. Long story short, I began to think about what was happening in the mortgage and real estate business. The game was beginning to change. You see, in the mortgage and real estate business back then, things were starting to decline just a little bit. My cheese, once again, was beginning to move. My cheese, once again, was beginning to move. Long story short, I was impressed behind the presentation. I told the young man in front of the room, I will agree to join you on one condition: if you agree to teach and train me, if you agree to mentor me. Ooh, I want you to notice in every venture that I've always done, I always have a mentor. Ooh, I always have a mentor. I want you to notice that. And so I said, I agree to do it if you will agree to mentor me. And so this gentleman agreed to mentor me. And long story short, I had instant success in multi-level marketing my first 45 days 10 years ago. Here's the point of today's message. Who moved my cheese? What if I was not willing to change when change was called for? Ooh, that's good. I hope you heard that. What if I was not willing to shift or change when change was called for? What if I was stubborn enough to say, no, I'm not going to change. No, I'm going to stay with Cutco knives. No, I'm going to stay with mortgage and real estate and not try something different. What if I would have remained stubborn? Wee. But the name of the book is Who Moved My Cheese. You see, I moved with the cheese. Now listen, this is the good news. I've got good news for all of you. I come to spread the good news for you. Let's pay attention to the story. Let's rewind the tape now. The little boy, Romacio, started off broke. I went from being broke till I got involved with Cutco knives. That was the first change. I made a little bit of money. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is real good. Then I went from selling Cutco knives to mortgage and real estate. I made a little bit more money. That's when I became a multimillionaire. Then I went from selling mortgage and real estate till I got involved in network marketing. Another change. And it wasn't easy. And I made more money, more millions of dollars. Do you get the point of the story? Listen, I'll never forget, my mother said this to me. She said, listen, the central task of education is to change when change is called for. The central task of education. You say you're so educated, right? You say you're so intelligent, right? Well, the central task of education is to change when change is called for. Don't be the stubborn one that says, hey, listen, I'm going to stay exclusively on my job for 30 to 40 years. Be smart enough to realize that smart, rich, and wealthy people identify trends. That's what they do. Every smart investor, every smart, wealthy person understands that the wave will never last forever. Ooh, get that. The wave will never last forever. You have to learn. You have to learn. You have to learn to change when change is called for. That's so powerful. I hope you get today's message, guys. I just told you a story that every time I was willing to change, things got better. Now let me tell you, ooh, you ready? I saved the best for last. Oh, this one right here, baby. This one right here is going to take you to the moon. You ready? Give me 1 second. Check it out. So I got involved in network marketing. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? The first company, CyberWise. It was health and wellness, selling juice. Had my mentor with me. We did well. Long story short, it was time to change. I'm not going to get into all the details of why we made the change, but let me help you. Let me help you understand. Let me help you, stubborn one. Let me help you understand. We had to change because change was called for. We can get into the details privately later, but we changed. We started off at CyberWise, selling juice. Little boy did well, selling juice. You remember the functional juice beverage? Then we went from CyberWise to a company called YTB. We're still in network marketing. YTB was selling travel. Little boy did well, selling travel. Sure did. Then we went from selling travel to selling coffee, Organo Gold. Little boy did well selling that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then I went from Organo Gold. I left Organo Gold because I didn't believe the company was going to last. And I went to a company called ACN. Some of y'all might remember that company. Still around today. Wonderful company. American Communication Network. I went there. Then all of a sudden it was time to change again. Then I went from ACN back to Organo Gold for the second time. Again, who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? So I'm back at Organo Gold for the second time. This time I stayed there for 3 years. Long story short, it was time to change again. It was time to change again. I went from Organo Gold, and now a promotion took place. I became the master distributor of a chocolate company, Live Smart 360, selling healthy chocolate. Can you imagine me, Willy Wonka? Yes, sir. Okay, we changed again. We went into healthy chocolate. And I was having so much fun because I love chocolate, selling chocolate. We were doing well. All of a sudden, the owner of the company decided to close the company. Dang it. Oh, my God. It's time to change again. Damn. Time to change again. This time I was frustrated. We were making a lot of money. People were having success. We were having a good old time over there. So I took 10 months off. What do I mean? I had some money saved and I took 10 months off and I stayed. Oh, this is where it gets real good. I became very clear of what I wanted. I became crystal clear of what I was after. And this time I said, listen, I'm not going to cave in and accept any old thing. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I've been prepared for all of this. I know exactly what I'm looking for. All right. And then I said no to a lot of different companies. A lot of people were trying to recruit me. I said, no, 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 hell no. No, 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 hell no. Because I knew exactly what I was looking for. And then I get involved with a great company called LifeVantage. I met some great people there. It was a great company, still exists today. But I was very clear on what I was looking for. We had some agreements before I joined that company. Unfortunately, they weren't able to fulfill the agreements. And guess what? It was time to change again because I wasn't going to give up on my dream. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we landed here in World Global Network. I've been here for now 6.5 months. And oh my God, I love to tell you the best. You ready? Here goes. And suddenly it happens. And suddenly it happens. And suddenly it happens. And suddenly it happens. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is change when change is called for. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's always a reason for the change. But here's the point that I want you to get. God often does his best works. Let me say it slow. You got to get this. You got to get this. God often does his best work in the season of change. You got to get that, guys. You got to get that. God often does his best work in the season of change. What am I saying? See, your friends and even sometimes your family members, they won't understand why you keep changing. Because, see, the vast majority of the world the vast majority of the world, they just stay with the same thing all the time. It's like they're not happy, but they just stay there anyway. But let me share something with you. Did you know that God created the seasons of life? He created the summer, the winter, the spring, and the fall. He created those seasons. Did you know that just like seasons come and they pass, so shall your journey? You got to understand, what if you were, see, what you don't want is you don't want to take something beyond its season. Ooh, you don't want to take something beyond its season. You've got to be able to know that everything happens for a reason. It's preparing you for something else. Ooh, you got to know this. You've got to understand that it's happening to you for a reason, not by mistake. It's all going to work out. You're going to get there. Yes, you will. But you got to understand. You got to understand. The whole time as I was changing, other people were laughing. But guess what? I still kept feeling good. Because I knew when I felt good, I would do good. I knew this. Do you understand me? So you got to understand. The name of the book is called Who Moved My Cheese? Who moved my cheese? Smart, rich, and wealthy people, they know you got to change when change is called for. Ooh, that's so good. That's just so good. That's just so good. That's just so good. It's just so good. I want you to get that, guys. I want you to get that. I want you to get that. So listen, I can't tell you if you should stay in your network marketing company or maybe it's time to change. Now, I've done another video in the past where I coached people and I told people, when should you change? I don't change companies just because I can make more money. I never do that. Never. I never do that. I never, ever do that. I only change if it's really called for. And we can talk about that privately. When should you change? But listen to me, little boy. Listen to me, little girl. I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid of change. God does his best work when the seasons change. Ooh, wee! God does his best work when the seasons change. Woo! See, it was raining in the winter, but then there came fall. Ooh, I love me some fall. Got my cologne on. That's the men's best dress season. And then all of a sudden comes spring. Uh-oh. Then comes spring. Oh, and I love the spring. The weather is nice and chill. It's nice and cool. Sunshine out. Oh, man. And then comes summer. And as they say, sun's out, guns out. And then comes the summertime. What is the moral of the story today? You got to learn to change when change is called for. Go pick up the book, Who Moved My Cheese, and tell me what you learned. I'm just telling you, it ain't just a book. It's the real deal. My life is a reflection of that book. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Don't be afraid of change. I ain't afraid. Don't be afraid of change. I ain't afraid. Don't be afraid of change. I ain't afraid. Don't be afraid of change. Listen, God will always do his best work when seasons change. Man, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. When you let go of what's in your hand, God will let go of what's in his hand. When you let go of what's in your hand, God will finally let go of what's in his hand. Oh, man, I'm going to listen to this again myself. I'm going to listen to this again myself. Man, this just makes me excited. I want you to get it, man. I want you to get it. And now, like I said, suddenly, it all happens. Suddenly, it all happens. Suddenly, it all happens. Suddenly, it all happens. Why does it happen? Because I was willing to endure the process of change. I was willing to endure the process of change. I was willing to endure the process of change. See, I wasn't afraid to make the change because I knew that if God would bring me to it, he will always bring me through it. I believe that. I know that to be true. If he would bring me to it, he'll bring me through it. Man, come on, man. Y'all got me fired up this morning. No, it ain't the energy. It ain't the drink. It ain't the drink. It's what it is. It's just the way it is. All right, y'all. I love y'all this morning. Just remember, don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm talking to all of you guys that's not involved in my company. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. God does his best work in the seasons of change. His best work. 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 I know you get nervous. Sometimes you get afraid. I don't know, and I'm a little nervous about the change. Listen to me. Listen to me. Remember, you know, in the wintertime, everybody stays inside. It's cold. But just hang on. Just hang on. Just hang on. Hang on. Because spring is coming. Spring is coming. Oh, and now spring is there, and you like spring. But you can't rest in spring because guess what? Summer's coming. And when summer's here, you better enjoy it because it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last forever. I think you get it, guys. I love you guys. I'm the Cali Kid. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm sitting on top of the world. What I'm about to do.